Hello everyone, this is World Exposure. You know, I can't understand why they would call an abortion clinic Planned Parenthood when its intent is to stop parenthood for the ones who are seeking their services. Nonetheless, Planned Parenthood should no longer be allowed to receive federal funding after all of the corruption that has been exposed with them throughout the past few years. You see, the pro-life group Live Action has released a number of videos these past few years exposing Planned Parenthood and undercover videos with their employees setting up STD testing and abortions to underage females who were seeking their services because of rape. Undercover members of Live Action played the part of underage females and told Planned Parenthood employees why they were pregnant. And of course, Planned Parenthood never reported the rape to the authorities, but instead made the arrangements for the testing and/or abortions. Now, if this is really going on inside abortion clinics in America, and these videos show that it probably is, then the rape victims are just going right back into the hands of their abusers. Yeah, this certainly doesn't sound like an organization that cares about women's health and well-being to me. And now there have been two more undercover Live Action videos exposing two different Planned Parenthood abortion clinics. One was in New Jersey and the other one was in Virginia. These undercover Live Action members went into these clinics as pimp and prostitute, letting the Planned Parenthood employees know that they were sex trafficking underage girls. They let Planned Parenthood know that they were 14 and 15 years old and illegal immigrants. Now, the New Jersey employee told the couple that they didn't want to get anyone into trouble and just referred them to another abortion clinic called Metropolitan Medical Association, where the Planned Parenthood employees said that the protocols there were not as strict as the Planned Parenthood's. Okay, so right there is yet another abortion clinic that operates on underage girls. The Planned Parenthood employee told them to go there if they were 14 years old or younger. She told them that she wanted as little information from them as possible and that they should just lie about their age. This still does not sound like an organization that cares about women's health and well-being. And something else, I don't think that the $360 million that Planned Parenthood receives each year with the government funding is helping women's health and well-being either when I hear 911 calls like this.
Transport. We have a possible perforation, and we'd like transport with no lights, no siren. And then we are 911. We have to come emergency. Okay, so you have to have lights and siren? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And what's wrong with them? A possible perforation. What's that? Where the uterus has been perforated. Oh. She was having an abortion.
Barniels.
Yes, sir. I'm calling from Planned Parenthood of Delaware. I need transport for a client to Christiana Care in Newark.
What's the address of the emergency, please?
The address is 625 North Shipley Street. That's Wilmington, 19805. Client is currently stable. Doctor's recommendation is...
Where in the building is the patient at?
She's back in our surgical suites.
What floor?
First floor.
And the phone number you're calling from?
302-655-7293.
7293. And what's the problem? Tell me exactly what happened.
The client was here for a scheduled surgical procedure. Upon the procedure, the doctor determined that she needs to be transferred off-site for evaluation.
What is the problem, please?
The client is currently stable. He needs to rule out a perforation. He's sending her to Christiana.
Okay, so there's that possible hemorrhage?
Quite possibly. Not currently.
Okay. And are you with the patient now?
I am.
And how old is the patient?
The patient is 1973, so...
Okay. Male or female?
Female.
Is she awake?
She is.
Is she breathing?
She is.
Is this result in evaluation by a nurse or doctor?
Yes, sir.
And is she completely alert?
Yes, sir.
Is she breathing normally?
Yes, sir.
Does she have any sniffing, bleeding, or shock symptom?
No, sir.
Is she in severe pain?
No, sir.
Will any special equipment be necessary?
No, sir.
Any? All right, help is on the way. We'll be sending the BLS response. If she gets worse in any way, please call me back immediately.
May I request, can you...
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Can they come to the parking lot in the rear, 7th and Orange? We have protesters out front.
7th and Orange? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, notice how the Planned Parenthood employees seem more concerned to get them to bring the ambulance around back so that the protesters will not see it, no matter what the convenient sacrifices there might have been, instead of just bringing it around to the main entrance. It sounds to me like that they were more concerned about that than the women's health and well-being. Now, after the New Jersey Planned Parenthood video was released throwing their exposed employee under the bus, the Planned Parenthood CEO of Central New Jersey said this: "We were profoundly shocked when we viewed the videotape released this morning, which depicted an employee of ours in one of our health centers behaving in a repugnant manner that is inconsistent with our standards of care and is completely unacceptable. We're fully committed to delivering high-quality reproductive health care to the women of our communities, complying with all laws and upholding the highest ethical standards. When Planned Parenthood learns of an operation that exploits young women, we visually work with law enforcement authorities to uncover and stop this abhorrent activity. Planned Parenthood's top priority is the health and safety of our patients and the health and well-being of women and teens across the country. And we have been in contact with federal and local authorities to identify the persons involved in these visits." Planned Parenthood went on to say that while sex trafficking must be stopped, that dirty tricks must also be condemned. They said that falsely claiming sex trafficking to health professionals to advance a political agenda is an astoundingly cynical form of political activity. You see, Planned Parenthood is claiming that Lila Rose, the head of Live Action, is working with Representative Mike Pence of Indiana to push his bill that would stop the federal funding of abortion providers. Now, there's no evidence that Lila Rose is doing this for Representative Pence's bill that was introduced last month. She's been exposing Planned Parenthood for a few years now. I do know that Mike Pence has seen the video, and he said that the recent release of an undercover video exposing duplicity and potential criminality of an employee of Planned Parenthood is an outrage. The time to deny any and all funding to Planned Parenthood is now. And Representative Mike Pence is right. Planned Parenthood is now receiving up to $360 million a year with your money. And even if Lila Rose was working with Representative Pence, who cares? Planned Parenthood was just being themselves on camera. It was just another day on the job for them. I just don't think that myself or many other Americans who are against abortion or aiding and abetting underage sex trafficking should be paying for it. Now, what I find most disturbing about all of the live action videos is that every single one of the Planned Parenthood employees has a routine action plan to follow on how to clandestinely allow the procedures on underage girls to go forward, whether they do it themselves or refer them to someone else without reporting it. I mean, this just shows us that at least the Planned Parenthood clinics shown in the live action videos have been routinely practicing this kind of behavior for God only knows how long. I mean, the Planned Parenthood employee in the New Jersey video had copies of handouts on hand to give out to people so that they can seek an abortion on those younger than 14 years old. When are you pro-choice women going to learn that these abortion providers are only interested in your wealth, not your health?